This has become my favorite part of what we are doing each and every day. It's really great to be able to do this. And during the pandemic, everyday heroes are stepping up to help in different heartwarming ways. Joining us now from Massapequa, New York, is ICU nurse Liz O'Rourke. Northwell Manhasset is the hospital. It is great to have you with us. How are you doing?
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Hi.
We're doing
Go
okay.
Pequa. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. We're doing
What did I
okay.
say? What did I say?
No, no, Pequa is like people in the know because Christine Composto Connolly, one of our
From
producers, is from Massapequa,
Massapequa.
and they call it Pequa, right?
They
Got
do.
it.
It's true.
So take us for a moment inside those walls. How is it going in the ICU? How are you doing? And how are the patients doing?
It's really a surreal experience right now. I feel like when we're in there, sometimes like my coworkers and I just look at each other and like it's a nightmare and we want to wake up. But in times of greatest tragedy, you also see, humanity at its best. And I think that, as a hospital, we're doing really, really well, trying to do our best for these patients and their families. And it's really just something that, if you had told me 2 weeks ago that this is where we'd be at, I never would have believed you. Like, we never thought this could happen here. So we're all learning as we go and doing our best. And I think that we've done a good job so far.
Your husband is also a police officer in the city.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and
Yes.
you've got and oh, we're looking at your beautiful family. You've got these glorious children. Is it scary for you both to both be on the front lines and to have young children at home? It's got to keep you awake at night.
It is scary. I mean, we're used to the fear factor of his job, but not so much mine. We're blessed to both have incredible bosses that have helped us rearrange our schedules so that we don't have to rely on family to watch our kids like they usually do. So we're kind of just passing each other like two ships in the night. Like I come home, he leaves, and vice versa. We're taking all the precautions that we need to protect ourselves. And I think ultimately, we both love our jobs and we're happy to serve at this time. But of course, it's always on the back of our minds to protect our family. That's like our instinct. Obviously, we want to make sure everyone is okay on the home front.
And Liz, what about the patients there in the ICU? Obviously, they can't have the kind of contact with their families, which is just heartbreaking that normally would take place. How are they staying in touch with their families while they're there?
Yeah, it's been really hard. We've had a no visiting policy in my hospital for a few weeks. Nurses wear a lot of hats, but we've really come together to really try to connect families. We've had a lot of requests and different things that, families want and need to get messages to their loved ones. And we've really gotten creative with what we've done as far as FaceTiming. I personally have printed out pictures for people, grandparents of their grandkids for their rooms, and I've held a phone to people's ears so that their loved ones could speak to them when they're intubated and sedated. Some people just want us to pass along a message, like whisper in their ear, like keep fighting and come home. But we're really all working together to try to. We have a lot of families, obviously, a lot of patients. So as a team, we're really coming together to try to, meet all these needs. And technology's been a lifesaver, really, for this time.
And you've asked people to donate iPads as well. Is that right?
Yeah, so there's been a lot of, it was clear early on that we were going to need iPads. And there's been a movement within my hospital and around New York as well to try to get these iPads in the hands of nurses and people that could help facilitate and foster that connection with families. So I actually posted something on Facebook like a couple days ago, and the response was crazy. Just people wanting to donate. Everybody's home feeling helpless and they want to help. So I've, picked up a bunch, as have people in my hospital. And two high school friends of mine actually saw the post and literally in hours created a fund called Jeannie's Fund. And it's in remembrance of our best friend Laura's mom, who passed away from cancer 4 years ago. She was a nurse. And we've been able to raise a lot of money to hopefully provide at least one iPad for every unit. And we'll just keep going until, we do what we set out to do.
It is amazing. Yeah, I know you're heroes with your family at home, but you and your husband are heroes to all of us right now. And we're so grateful and appreciate what both of you are doing. And you got a smile on your face for a moment. So hopefully that can be contagious there in a good way where you work. And just thinking about what you're going through and what you're doing, we have a partner, Persona, and we'd like to give you $5,000 through them to help out
Oh,
in
wow.
this craziness.
Thank you so much. It'll make such a difference. We really appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate
Thank
you
you
and
again.
all the hard work you're doing. And stay safe and take care of those beautiful kids of yours as well.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You got it. Bye-bye. If you want more information on how to make a donation, you can go to our website. And coming up next, we'll be right back with Tracy Morgan. Stay with us.